earlier. We have the trio of Lee Hoffman, Matthew Richardson and Matthew Glaetzer. So they are also interchanging riders, the Australians, from the combinations. They've had Thomas Cornish in earlier for the qualifying, but this is the three that have taken them through round one and now into the final. 42.329 is their fastest. Japan, we've got Yoshitaku Nagasako, Kaya Ota and Yuta Obara, and they rode 42.773. 0.4 of a second differential between these teams in the Australians' favour. Let's see if the crowd can lift the Australians. But the Japanese, as continental champions, certainly have a good record.
The former world champions up against the Asian continental champions. Australia versus Japan. It's the final for the men's team sprint. And powerful starts from both of these teams. Lee Hoffman is absolutely incredibly powerful out of the start blocks. He does such a fast first lap. It's difficult for Richardson and Glaetzer to even get onto the back wheel of Lee Hoffman. That's how fast he is. Japan also lightning quick, but it's Australia that lead the way through. 0.2 of a second up after the first lap.
Incredible riding from the Australians, a very motivated team. They've been world champions, they're vice world champions. What can they do here?
And it's Matthew Glaetzer that will lead with an advantage of 0.4 of a second into the final lap. And Australia are absolutely flying around the Adelaide Velodrome here. The crowd are up and about. They can see a victory going to Australia. And Glaetzer gets to the line first. 42.154 and gold to Australia. Silver going to Japan. Fantastic riding from both teams, but the Aussies get the win.
Huge crowd support, sensational riding, a big celebration from the Australian riders. Lee Hoffman, I think half of the crowd belonged to him from the sounds of it. Matthew Richardson and Matthew Glaetzer, the vice world champions, have started the year with a sensational time. But what a ride from the Japanese team as well. 42.750, also the fastest time they have ridden in this competition. It shows that there's a lot of endurance and fitness in these teams, and the Australians, Matthew Glaetzer, also a local from South Australia here, he's really enjoying taking some victory laps.
Well, I'll say that there was much bigger celebrations going on from Lee and Matthew Richardson, but I think that's just because Matty Glaetzer had to do 3 laps. And the others only had to do 1 and 2. He was a little bit more tired than the other two.
He hadn't quite had time to recover from that. But look at the position of Matthew Glaetzer coming into the finish here. How narrow the handlebars are compared to his shoulders. They have optimised the aerodynamic position of these riders using wind tunnels, using this incredible technology. It really is quite a magnificent sight. This is the overall classification.
Great riding by all of the teams. Australia coming away on top with the gold medal. Presentations not too far away for that, so don't go away. That was the last race of the evening. Japan with the silver medal. Great Britain finishing things off well. They were the 4th fastest going into that final round.